What's up guys, it's Valdus from SWTOR. Just want to do a quick video on how to instantly get better at DPS using Parsely, which is SWTOR's statistical website where you download all your logs. So I think most everybody has heard or seen of SWTOR. Bring that onto my screen right here. This is your standard parsing app for SWTOR. But what Parsely is, if you look right here, if you've ever uploaded a log, which all you do is right click on it and upload it, it sends it here to Parsely. And like I said, what that is their statistical website that brings everything together. So I'm going to bring that in here a second. So what happens, you upload a log, whether it's a dummy parse or a boss, brings it all in here, and all the information gets tabulated. And what you want to do, so like they have two different websites, just to clarify, like this is the SWTOR website where you would download and get the parser, and this is their statistics website. So I'll leave a link in the video from this later. So what you want to do is go here, and if you've uploaded some kind of log, and pick your class and your spec that you're looking at, and whenever you parse and whenever you're looking for, don't do 6 million, that's ridiculous. Do the 3.2, that's what a boss fight would be. Hit display. Now the one that I've done here, Val Solo, I hit about 23.7, and if I go take a look at that, that puts me at the 19th parse, 229 overall, and but I know I can do a lot better than that. I'm surprised I'm not hitting 24k. And if you saw, there was people here. Even though 19th rank is pretty good, you look, the top person's doing over 30,000 in damage, and that's a lot of damage left on the table over 23. So I'm like, what's he doing? And as I was looking through that, this guy up here, he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff that you wouldn't normally do in a fight just to get the parse higher. And I'm like, oh, that's not really going to help me. And I'm trying to work on what should I do different in my rotation. So I had the thought of like, oh, what else we got? And I looked at this guy here. He's doing 27. I'm like, he's still doing 4,000 more than me. Maybe he has a regular rotation. So I went into his stuff, and I'm looking at his overview, and then I say, okay, well, here's his rotation. And then they have this create rotation visualization tool here, where you put in the ability that is like your main ability that brings your rotation together, and you hit create, and it does his rotation in a picture format. And obviously you look at this guy, hats off to this guy. He didn't even use a stim, and he hit 27. But in addition, like, he didn't make a mistake in his rotation. You can tell by looking at the, how symmetrical this is, and everything's lined up and in the same place. Here is his rotation to get to that 27. So this little tool they have on Parsely that they've added, the other cool thing is it tells you, your rank here. He's 8th overall. You no matter what your class is, you can go in here. Everybody should know with their rotation what their pivotal ability is, or the one that caps. It may not be the most important, but the one that caps off when you're starting a new rotation. You put that in, hit create, and all you gotta do is go find somebody doing a little bit more DPS than you. Look at their rotation. Like the thing I did is I went and took my clip tool, and I just hit a mode and a rectangle snip here, and you just and I did it where I got the full screen of it anyway. You go place that on your wall. It's like, here you go. Go back to the dummy, start parsing over and over again with this, on your other monitor. You're instantly going to get better. So I thought this little tool that they added is pretty neat. Um, I think it's really cool, and I think it could really help, especially with the fact that like Volk and Merlin don't have their guides out yet. It's like it's pretty easy. You find somebody with more DPS than you that's got a smooth rotation. You turn it into this visualization tool, and boom, you got your own guide. So, like I said, the one thing that I think everybody should do is make sure you play around with this, because you know, you look at it, I do it by that ability, and like, that looks kind of messy. I mean, it's the same, but and then you're like, wow, this ability doesn't get used much, so this looks too long and confusing. You know, pick through your abilities, figure it out. This hemorrhaging blast for a dirty fighter, it's just perfect. It just lines everything up for you. So I'm going to take this and do that with my DPS. I think in the future what I want to do is do a little video on, hopefully pretty quick, on how to just get the star parse up, how to upload it, make sure you're logging, how to use the little tools on the dummy so that you get an accurate parse, and have that be short. There's some other guides out there, but they're pretty complex. And then the one other thing that I'm going to put links to Star Parse's website, the Parsely leaderboard here, where you can find everybody's parses, and then a link to this as well. One of the keys to all of this is figuring out what your stats are and putting your OGs on. So I've made a little planner here with the secondary stats, so you can plan them out, hit your goals. And there's an actual and a planner page for each one, so you can put in what you are now, and use the second page to figure out where you want to be. And I'll link all that in the description. Hopefully that helps. Thanks, guys.